So firsthand, just by looking at these decks, I am a little surprised that they have come in this condition. I just know that these cards are not going to necessarily measure up to the decks that I currently have, the legit ones anyway. Alright, it's Hadassah Monique, aka the Stone Priestess. Today I'm going to be unboxing 4 Oracle decks which I have bought for less than $10 on eBay. Let's begin. If you happen to be viewing this video off my blog or your Tumblr dash, don't forget to hit the follow button so that you are up to date and know your questions have been answered. I've got the Magical Mermaid and Dolphin deck by Doreen Virtue. I've got the Magical Unicorn deck by Doreen Virtue. I have Dark Mirror Oracle deck by Laura Sava. Mystical Wisdom card deck by Gay Guthrie. So I have this one as well. So firsthand, just by looking at these decks, I am a little surprised that they have come in this condition. They are not in the typical boxes, especially the ones by Doreen Virtue. They're not in the typical boxes that you would normally see. Tarot and Oracle boxes by Doreen Virtue tend to come in a box like this, where you get all that. But as you can see, these decks are not similar. And I suspected that these decks that I have are or were fake, but I'm a collector. I'm still a collector, and I'm still going to be using these decks. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm not gonna cry about it. It's just that I think from now on, I'm not gonna buy decks that come like this. Most decks I won't, but if I'm gonna buy another Doreen Virtue deck, it has to come in a box like this, because it's just, to me, it's more authentic like that. But again, I got these for less than $10, and I kind of knew going in that there was a chance that these were going to be fake. It is what it is. There's nothing that I can do about it. Whatever, it's done, it's done. It's just very obvious that these cards are a lot smaller than the ones that I have from the actual I just know that these cards are not going to necessarily measure up to the decks that I currently have, the legit ones anyway. So let's get started. I'm going to start first with the Magical Mermaid deck, because I had already I got really curious yesterday, and I just opened up the Magical Mermaid one out of curiosity to see what it looked like, and I'm going to compare an authentic Doreen Virtue deck versus a fake Doreen Virtue deck. So I'm going to compare what a real Doreen Virtue deck looks like against the fake one that I have bought. Already you can see the difference because of the size. This here and this, very, very different in size, as you can see. So this is what the box comes like when you buy a fake deck. That's what it looks like. It comes with a barcode. It doesn't even come with the booklet. There's no booklet. But in here there's a booklet. And let's look at the size comparison again. Look, that can easily fit right there. I know I seem a little upset, but I'm slightly disappointed. Just a little bit. Okay. just, I'm just a little disappointed. I'm really trying to like, I'm trying not to complain because I knew that there was a chance that these were going to be. I'm just disappointed. That's all. I'm just a little disappointed. So these cards are small, obviously. Let's take a actual Doreen Virtue card and compare the size. Like, don't feel sorry for me. Like, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, whatever, you know, poor her. Well, don't feel sorry for me. I kind of had this coming. You see the size difference there? The sturdiness here is maybe like the other cards that I've had. Roughly around 6 or 7 level of sturdiness. This is a full-on 10. You can see how very well constructed the card is. It's very hard to bend these, and it has longevity. I mean, I've had this deck for almost a decade. You can see that it's sort of like starting to fray on this side, but you can barely tell. So we look at the back. That's the back. That's what it looks like. All right. Here's one card. I feel like this camera isn't. Okay. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I feel like this camera isn't picking it up as good as I want it to. So anyway. Yeah, these are definitely counterfeit. But there's still vibrant colors. Let me take my bracelet off. It's making too much noise. By the way, I made this. The angel, and then I have Hamsa and my cross. This is my protection bracelet. Okay. As I'm doing this, I'm showing you the pictures and everything. I'm shuffling these up so that when I do use them, they are already ready to go. As you can see, obviously these are in, you know, they're in alphabetical order. I would have to say that I don't really necessarily believe in mermaids or fairies. I just don't. Um, I don't believe in a lot of things. But that's only because it's because I don't know enough about them, and it's not in my realm of interest. But I got these cards because I like Doreen Virtue's work. Obviously, this is not Doreen Virtue's work, which is kind of shitty, but it's not like it matters now because her name is being scrubbed off of everything. So looking at it, I don't really feel like I am cheating her out of anything, but at the same time, I would have preferred to have her original work. I suspect that these are just, you know, counterfeit. And for being a collector, I guess it's okay. I would use these cards. Yeah. I mean, they're not bad. I just wish that they were real, you know. But for what they were worth, I paid less than $10 for these, so I can't get butthurt about it. I'm just like, I don't know. Guess I'm like just, I can't decide whether or not I should be pissed off. You know, it's just a big contradictory loop here. All right, so the next card deck is, this is another Doreen Virtue deck. Magical Unicorns. Here's my, I'm doing it again. I can't find it. It's stuck in my keyboard. When will I ever learn? Okay, my little tool. Okay. It's obvious that this is going to be pretty much just like the other deck. I really cannot decide whether or not. I mean, like, I'm trying to not give a shit, you know, and it doesn't make any difference, like a difference, no matter how many times I talk about this being sort of like a disappointment. But coming from China, I did see the pictures, you know, like when you go on eBay and they show pictures of the card decks and everything like that. It's not like I didn't see it. Like, I looked at the pictures and I knew there was something different about them, but I bought it because it was cheap. I just didn't expect them to be this small. I mean, they're small. The box is whatever, fine. If the box is gonna come in like cheap shit and not like the other decks, fine, whatever, but these are small. I'm trying to remain positive. Okay. This is the same size, by the way, as the other one. So we're looking at same thing. I'm not sure why. I don't even believe in unicorns either. I bought these decks because I'm a collector. I don't necessarily believe in fairies or mermaids or unicorns, leprechauns or gnomes. I don't believe in any of that, but if you do, that's your jam. I don't care if you believe in this shit. Everybody's got their beliefs, and I'm not one to tell people what to believe in. It's not my business. I'm not an expert. Okay, so looking at the back, we have this lovely picture of unicorn. I like it. I like the pattern. Like the other one, this is about a 6 or 7, maybe in between. It's flimsy, but it's not paper thin. At least it's not paper thin. Okay. Usually if I can go like this, it's okay. But, okay. I can't tell. There's like no way of me telling. Like, I can't tell by looking at my screen whether or not it's so these do not come with booklets. That's another thing. Like, both of these don't come with booklets. You have to go to, you have to go on there to get the booklet. I don't like that. If these were regular tarot cards, it's not a big deal. I have a couple of textbooks, tarot card textbooks, so it's not a big deal. But these they don't come with a booklet. So how am I supposed to understand the meanings of these? But you don't need a booklet. I mean, if you're using your intuition, all you gotta do is just read what's on the card and pick up whatever is that you're getting through your intuition. You can do that. I do that with this deck. I don't use the booklet on here, hardly ever, if at all. I don't use a booklet. So, when it comes to these, I don't think that it not being with the booklet, I mean, with these not being with a booklet, it's not going to hurt me all that much, but I know some people might find it very inconvenient. Which is why it's so important that if you're going to be buying card decks online, that you really look at the pictures that they upload on eBay. Understand what you are buying before you buy them, so that you are not completely devastated. Because like I said, and I keep saying this, I'm not devastated. I'm not terribly disappointed, but I am disappointed because I expected these to be bigger. They're not. They're not very big. The pictures are pretty. At least they come with some details on the bottom and not just a word. Because I would be fucking livid if it's just a word. Maybe not livid, but upset, to say the least. No, don't fall, don't fall. Okay. That's Barry scratching himself on my bed. Okay. Yes, I know I'm gifted. Thank you. Just want to keep sliding all over the place. The pictures, like I said, they're just you know, it's all right. I think this deck is good for kids, really. I feel like these decks are kid friendly. And by these decks, I mean this deck and the one I previously unboxed. So this concludes part 1 of these unboxings. I am going to be now doing the Mystical Wisdom deck and the Dark Mirror deck. So, once again, my name is Hadassah Monique, aka the Stone Priestess. Thank you for watching, and make sure you check out part 2. If you happen to be viewing this video off my blog or your Tumblr dash, don't forget to hit the follow button so that you are up to date and know your questions have been answered.